The Gauteng Provincial Government, in collaboration with the City of Ekurhuleni, will today host this year's Freedom Day celebrations at the Tswelopele Sports Centre in Tembisa. For more on this now, we take you to reporter Neria Hlakotse at the Tswelopele Sports Grounds in Tembisa. So Neria, take us through what's happening where you are right now. Can you tell us what the atmosphere is like at the Sports Centre and how the Freedom Day celebrations unfolding?
Good morning to you, Mxolisi. Well, the program itself has not gotten underway yet. People are still slowly coming in. We do know that the program itself is scheduled to start at 10:30, but as you can see, maybe behind me, you can see it's still quite empty right now at the stadium. So it remains to be seen whether by 10:30 we will in fact start. We know that we are expecting Premier by Nyazali Sufi to give the keynote address for this year's celebration of Freedom Day in Gauteng. But I must say that it's very fitting that the Gauteng government celebrates Freedom Day here in Tembisa, because if you remember, post-democratic South Africa, this area was basically established so that black people can be relocated here from those areas which were previously known as white areas through the Group Areas Act. And you know, during that time before the democratic elections where black people were not allowed to vote, there was hope in 1994 when the more than 20 million people took to the lines or queued for hours. Many were hoping for a different life. They were hoping to be included in the system, included in economic activities, and actually get rid of the exclusionary apartheid government. But when I was speaking to some of the young people, I must tell you, they are saying they now also are facing their own different challenges. And I think unemployment is one challenge that goes without saying, because when you look at the stats here in Gauteng, it is clear that just over 30% of people in Gauteng are unemployed, and that is something that young people are also just worried about. And in this area alone, which Tembisa falls under Ekurhuleni, we're finding that 31% of the people are unemployed. And I think that just goes to show how there's a new struggle for some people, especially black South Africans, who one can say were liberated but now are facing another challenge. But I want to bring in a young person here, Mxolisi, just to speak to us about, you know, Freedom Day and what freedom means to him. So today you are here at the celebrations, 31 years on, you know, as a young person. What does this day mean to you?
It means liberation for me, but I'm still skeptical about a lot of things that happen in our country. It's post-apartheid, 31 years later. So there's a lot of things that need to be done in our country. Inequalities are still there, actually. So this still causes amnesities between different people that are found in our countries. I mean, a lot of our people, which are black people, are still deprived some privileges. I mean, I think the economy is still structures based on the apartheid era kind of structure. So we need to deal with it as a country, as we are facing a lot of challenges.
For sure, because another issue that the youth here, as I was talking to about, we're saying the access to economic activity, you know, i.e. jobs, and more than anything also when you look at access to a better life, a service delivery. As a young person, do you think jobs continue to be a challenge for you?
Jobs are really a problem in our country, because as I speak, I'm not employed to any job that I say, but I'm pushing a program of helping young children after classes, so I'm only sustaining myself economically that way, you know. So we still need a lot of jobs to be created, but I don't think in the circumstances that we find ourselves, there will be job provided by the government that claims will provide jobs. So, like I said, the structures that are inherited from the previous government are still found there.
Thank you so much for your time. Policy there, a view from a young person here. Of course, one cannot also shy away from the fact that there has been gains that have been made since the dawn of the democratic government, because you can argue, as I was speaking to other young people, just saying at least now they can access universities. They are not excluded. They don't have to be on blacks only land, for argument's sake. Like now Tembisa, some of the residents are able to move to other areas and they are not forced to stay in one place. But we are expecting, of course, the Premier to basically give the keynote address. There's going to be performances also that will be happening here, and we'll see whether the program will essentially start in the next 6 minutes or not, but by the looks of things it might really be delayed.
All right, that's our very own Neria Hlakotse watching developments coming out of Tembisa there. Thanks very much indeed. Let's touch base a bit later on.